do it. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. All right, on your mark. Get set. Go.
It's Michael Vick.
Good day and good night. Welcome to the High and Low Retrospective, the place where we rewind and rewatch the shows, the sounds, and the cultural moments that made us who we are. Every generation gets the show it deserves. In the 2010s, that show was Atlanta. It started as a story about a broke Princeton dropout managing his cousin's rap career, and it became something else entirely. A surreal odyssey through fame, fear, and what it means to exist inside the modern myth of success. This isn't a show about getting out. It's about what happens after you do. By 2016, television had entered what many critics call the golden age of TV, a moment when streaming, prestige cable, anthology formats, and genre subversions blurred the boundaries between film and episodic storytelling. Shows like Mad Men, Fargo, Black Mirror, Transparent, and Atlanta emerged at a time when audiences expected more complexity, ambiguity, and formal risk in their narratives. Into that world stepped Donald Glover, actor, writer, comedian, musician, aka Childish Gambino. Before Atlanta, he starred on Community, built a rap career, and cultivated a restless, multifaceted public persona. Donald Glover pitched Atlanta as Twin Peaks with rappers, a lineage not of shooting but of weirdness, subtext, and the uncanny. He insisted that the show be rooted in the Atlanta he knew, the rhythms, textures, absurdities, and not some Hollywood caricature. From the start, Atlanta was developed to operate on its own terms. FX ordered the pilot in December 2014 after development that began as early as August 2013. Glover assembled an all-black writer's room, including his brother Stephen Glover, to keep the voice authentic to the community he depicted. He also brought on Hiro Murai.
My name is Hiro Murai. I'm an LA-based filmmaker.
A talented filmmaker with a background in visually expressive music videos and short films, and Murai would direct many seminal episodes. Their early collaboration on the short Clapping for the Wrong Reasons hinted at the surreal, dreamlike language Atlanta would evolve. In short, Glover created Atlanta not as a safe hip-hop show, but as a surreal, genre-bending canvas. He refused to let the city be the background. He made it central. And as you watch moments of the strange and uncanny, you can feel that ambition behind the camera every step of the way.
Yeah, I'm staring at you.
When Atlanta premiered on FX in 2016 and Donald Glover called it Twin Peaks for rappers, that wasn't just a stylistic flex. It was a warning. The show begins grounded in the hustle. Earn, played by Donald Glover, his cousin Al, aka Paperboy, played by Brian Tyree Henry, and their friend Darius, played by Lakeith Stanfield. The three of them navigating Atlanta's music scene, trying to turn local clout into a career.
I'm actually Paperboy.
Who?
Paperboy?
You ain't Paperboy, man.
Yeah, I am, you little bit.
A special shout out to Zazie Beetz, who portrays Van, the mother of Earn's daughter, and is on it again, off again. But back to the central trio in Atlanta. As the series evolved, reality itself began to bend. Invisible cars, alligator rooms, phantom X's. Surrealism wasn't decoration, it was diagnosis. In Atlanta, the absurd was never random. It was the truest expression of how the pursuit of success feels when you live under constant observation, when every room you enter comes with a gaze you didn't ask for. For Earn, success is a series of micro humiliations. For Paperboy, it's the slow erosion of authenticity. For Darius, it's a spiritual tightrope walk between peace and delusion. The surreal became the only way to tell a story too strange to be literal.
Hey, yo, man, you just take a picture of me. No.
Every bizarre moment in Atlanta hides something painfully real. The invisible car in the club wasn't a gimmick. It was a visual metaphor for the untouchable celebrity. The alligator in The Alligator Man, the presence of danger that comes with being black in the South, even in your own home. The show's surrealism functions as cultural x-ray, a way to expose what realism can't. When Paperboy gets lost in the mall surrounded by his own fans, the absurd isn't the tone, it's the truth. Donald Glover, along with writers like Stephen Glover and director Hiro Murai, crafted a universe where success isn't freedom, it's surveillance. The higher you climb, the stranger the air gets.
Oh, I don't have a button. Here to have a good time. Black people, just non-violent. We're trying to...
By its final seasons, Atlanta left its literal city behind. Europe became a mirror of America's delusions, wealth without grounding, success without self. Paperboy walks through Amsterdam and London like a man half awake, his fame both armor and curse. Earn becomes a manager who can open any door but doesn't know which room he belongs in. The show doesn't glamorize success, it renders it hollow. You can feel the isolation in every lingering shot, every quiet offbeat joke. Even the music changes. Early seasons pulse with trap and southern swagger. Later ones feel haunted, detached, ambient, uneasy. The sound evolves from ambition to alienation. This is Atlanta's real magic trick. It turns the American dream into surreal horror.
Hey, could you ring up my order and tell me how much I'm spending? I just got something that's market price.
Wow, broke as fuck.
In Atlanta, success is never what you think it is. It doesn't save you, it separates you. For Earn, Paperboy, Darius, and Van, every level of achievement demands a piece of self-erasure, an image that must be maintained, a persona that can't slip. The dream that once looked like liberation now feels like debt. You work, you win, and suddenly you owe everyone an explanation for how you did it. That's the price of surreal success. Not the money or the fame, but the loss of gravity. The moment you realize you've become someone else's hallucination. Atlanta may feel deeply personal, and in many ways it is. Donald Glover had already lived the tension between artistry and expectation through his work as Childish Gambino, releasing albums like Camp and leveraging a public persona that straddled acting, writing, and music. In interviews, Donald Glover has spoken about how Atlanta operates as a genre-bending commentary on identity, fame, and Black experience. He chose collaborations like Hiro Murai, who had already worked on Glover's projects, including Clapping for the Wrong Reasons, like I mentioned before, to help translate the tension visually. It's tempting to read episodes like Teddy Perkins or New Jazz as masked self-portraits, but we should be cautious because he hasn't publicly confirmed that these are direct allegories of his rap career. What we can say is this: Atlanta lives in a space between art and life, between performance and authenticity, and Glover's own career provides the context for why that space matters. So that's a high and low retrospective on Atlanta and the price of surreal success, a show that started as a story about rap and became a story about reality itself, about the absurdity of chasing success in a world that keeps changing the rules. Donald Glover turned Atlanta into something bigger than a city. It became a state of mind, one where ambition and farcicality are two sides of the same coin. Thanks for watching this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll keep bringing you more deep dives into the shows, the music, and the characters that made us who we are. Until next time, stay critical, stay nostalgic, and remember.
Is this real?
No. No, it is not.